All right, so we've ditched the caravan.
Yes, feels quite odd not having it around. Really,
yeah.
it's just
We've got all this space.
Yes.
So what are we up to this week?
We are in Wanaka and we are going skiing with my family. So my parents and my sister and her kids came down, and my nephew as well. And we've got an Airbnb for the next week, so
yeah,
we've got some space to spread out.
We kind of figured we could stay at a campground down the road and kind of go backwards and forwards like after dinners, but to have all the kids in the same house and us, just be a heck of a lot easier for organising stuff, right?
Yeah, and Harvey had a sleepover with the kids. All slept all in their room together last night and just had the best time.
Yeah, it's free babysitting for us. So. We parked down the road. We just saw we were at a top 10 for a couple of nights here in Wanaka, and we parked the caravan there, and they only charge $2 a day.
Storage, yeah.
Yeah, so we're just storing it there for the week. A couple of bucks a day is pretty good for storage. Yep. So exploring Wanaka. All the family actually has gone up the mountain today. Chelsea and Harvey are going up tomorrow.
Yes. Neither of us have skied before, so Bronson and I have snowboarded, but never skied, and Harvey's not been up the snow before, so he's going to have a great time. He's very excited. He's been watching lots of YouTube videos on how to learn to ski. Yeah,
how to do pizza and French fries.
He's preparing himself. Yep.
So they've all gone up today. They're going to try and get in quite a few days of skiing, and Chelsea's just going to have the one with Harvey.
Then we might hit up Snow Farm on another day and take the girls tobogganing. Tobogganing, yeah. That's meant to be really good for little kids. So. Yeah.
So we thought today we'd just cruise around Wanaka, show you around. We're going to go out to the Wanaka airport. There's a transport museum out there which has loads of old stuff by the looks of it.
Yeah, and lots of old toys as well.
Yeah, lots of old toys and planes and tanks and all sorts of stuff. So we'll head out there, show you around Wanaka, and then no doubt Chelsea will show you the slopes tomorrow. Alrighty, well, welcome to the National Transport and Toy Museum here at the Wanaka Airport. This place looks incredible so far. This is just the first hangar we're in. You can see it's like full of cars and helicopters and planes and all sorts. Huge Air New Zealand plane right here. But yeah, basically a load of hangars by the airport, and you can just kind of wander through them. There's like old static displays outside of tanks and planes and all sorts. So should keep us busy for the next few hours. It's freezing cold though. We got a huge dump of snow last night here, but yeah, we're gonna have a wander around, see what we can see. Apparently there's a load of old toys here as well, huge Barbie collection, probably lots of toys from our childhood and things like that. So yeah, we'll go and have a look. This is pretty amazing. This is an armoured truck from the 70s, or from 79, which is pretty amazing. An old Bedford truck with the armoured windows and everything.
This collection even puts Bronson's to shame. For those of you who don't know, he's secretly a 70-year-old man who collects teaspoons wherever we travel to.
It's not as bad as Chelsea's making out. I've only probably got 50 or 60 teaspoons and sit in front of the TV at night polishing them, but I should display them like this one day. We were overseas years ago when we were fresh out of school, and I thought, what could I collect? Like patches, or you know, that people do shot glasses or where they go, and then we were somewhere in Europe and I saw a teaspoon and I was like, that's it, I'm collecting teaspoons, and it's going to turn into this sort of thing one day. Cannot get over how much stuff is here, eh, Chelsea?
This is amazing.
Chelsea just looked out the back windows of the hangar we're in as well, and there is like a paddock just full of old trucks and stuff, just rows and rows of them parked up. So there's obviously a bit limited, you know, space and these hangars to put them, but just amazing. I don't even know how you amass this sort of collection of stuff. Pretty crazy. It's all over the place as well. It's quite funny. There's old stuff in with new stuff and random machines and all sorts of things. It's quite cool. Here's all the paddocks out the back of stuff just parked up. Massive construction site behind the hangar and a giant Santa Claus. I have no idea what that's about. How's this, Ruby? Ruby? Yeah, touring the museum in style now. Wish we found these at the start. Alright, time for a drag race. 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on!
I cut you off!
This place is pretty amazing. It's got like a huge collection of old McDonald's toys, like the sort of things you remember when you were kids, the Happy Meal ones. And also the largest Barbie collection I think I've ever seen. It's pretty random. It's kind of cool though, because there's so many toys down here that you're like, oh, I had that Thunderbirds toy as a kid, or you know, that piece of Lego or something. Pretty neat spot. Well, good morning. How is this for a day today in Wanaka? Chelsea and Harvey and the rest of the family are up that mountain right back there in the distance. They got up super early, went up the mountain this morning, and I'm staying behind with the girls. So thought I'd walk to town. We're staying about a 35-40 minute walk out of the town, which is kind of just over here, somewhere around there. So I thought I'd go for a wander, get some coffee. Chelsea's got the GoPro, so there will be some shots in here of her as well. But yeah, this is basically Wanaka. This is the lake, the town's there. Queenstown is that way. Cadrona, big mountain there, bunch of ski fields there, and then you've got this beautiful range wrapping around the lake here. The top 10 we stayed in the other night, where Rosy's actually being stored at the moment, is straight across here, I think, somewhere. And there was no snow up on those hills when we arrived 4 days ago on these hills. So I went out one night and took a photo because the sun was setting and it looked beautiful on those hills and there was no snow, and then 4 days later, boom, got a lot of snow. So I think they got 30 centimeters or 35 centimeters of snow, fresh snow overnight. So the mountain should be pretty awesome today. But yeah, they're going to try and get a couple of days in before school holidays hit, so it gets super busy. It's a Wednesday, Thursday. It's Thursday. So yeah, I'm going to go to town. We're going to feed the ducks. Apparently you can walk out on the wharf and feed the fish in this lake as well. Get some coffee, hang out with the girls, just chill out today. Well, I came down with my camera to get a photo of this beautiful range here behind me, and I almost slipped over on this pier. Check this out. This pier down here is covered, absolutely covered in ice and the metal ramp and stuff. Crazy. So cold here. I'm not used to this this cold weather. We've always said for years how cold it is in Taupo in the North Island, you know, because it's probably the coldest part of the North Island in New Zealand. I've always said, oh, it's so cold here, and then you come here and you're like, okay, it's a tad colder down here in the south.
Harvey and I are here at Cadrona for the day. We have come up to do a bit of skiing. Say hi, Harves.
Hi.
Harvey had a ski lesson this morning for an hour and he did awesome. It's both of our first times up skiing. I used to snowboard a long time ago. First time on skis and it is so much easier. Why didn't we do this earlier? We're having a great time. It's really clouded over now. Weather's getting pretty bad. So we are just riding the gondola up to have a look up the top and then back down again. Might get a few more ski runs in and then I think it's time for a hot chocolate.
Well, I kind of realised you guys haven't really seen the family in this vlog, partly because I don't like to film other people, because I'm not sure if they like being filmed, but also because people have just been going up and down the mountain constantly. Getting up early, going up, getting the most out of the skiing before the school holidays start, and yeah, that's why you haven't seen anyone. We haven't actually hung out that much, except in the evenings. Today though, we're going to go to Queenstown, I think. We might go up the gondola, maybe have a look at doing a couple runs on the luge up there. And I think Chelsea's sister wants to stop off at Arrowtown on the way, which is a historic mining town here in New Zealand. It's stunning in the autumn, apparently in the autumn. It's the place to go. The hills are covered in these trees and they just pop off in autumn. So we'll go and have a look at that on the way. Queenstown's about an hour south from here, over the Crown Range, which is quite a beautiful stretch of road. So yeah, we'll go and do that. Should also show the house quickly. This is our Airbnb for the next wee while. Got these two massive living rooms, which as you can imagine with 6 kids running around, these cushions and pillows on the couch do not stay there for long. But yeah, pretty nice house, big wood burner stove there and a huge kitchen as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, it's been really good for, I guess there's 6 of us, there's 11 of us all up, I think. 6 kids, 6 adults, 12. It's 12 of us. So it's been a really good kind of sized house this week to all hang out and check this out as well. Our bedroom has a spa bath in it. Win. Having a shower with unlimited water is such a bonus as well. I might have 2 showers a day I think this week. Alright, we're going to head to Queenstown. We'll catch up with you probably on the way in Arrowtown.
Who's that knocking on my door?
I thought we'd go for a little bit of a stroll this morning. Down here in Arrowtown there are remnants of the mining village that used to be here when the Chinese were here years ago mining in the 1800s I believe. This is what they lived in down here. It is flippin' cold down here today and there's like these little huts all through this valley. Oh, I cannot imagine gold mining, living in a little house like this in some of the winters down here. And it, you know, there's not even snow on the ground at the moment, but there would be snow on top of these huts usually. So pretty neat little place to come for a stroll. Pretty historic little town here, Arrowtown. Yeah, nice spot. Freezing cold though. So pretty good week in Wanaka, eh?
It's been so much fun, yep. It's been really good.
It was pretty busy. Obviously we wanted to do a lot in a short space of time, but it was good. It was good for the kids to hang out with the cousins and yeah. You had fun skiing?
Yeah, it was really neat. Yeah. So much easier than snowboarding. I've always snowboarded before and spent most of the day on my bum sliding down the mountains. It was quite nice to go skiing and my first time and didn't fall over. Had a great time. Much easier.
We'll have to come back next year, I think. Give it another crack. Now, we have just arrived in Dunedin, and if you're wondering what the heck we're doing in Dunedin, you'll find out in a few days' time. Thanks for watching.
See ya.